Today's math learning goal is I can identify coins and their values. I can total a group of coins. Let's take a look at coins. Let's learn their names and their values. The first coin we're looking at is the penny. The penny has Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front, and on the back we see the Lincoln Memorial. If you look carefully, you can see that it has the words 1 cent written on it. That will help us to identify the back of the coin as the penny. The penny also has a different color than the other coins. It has a copper color to it. So this is our penny. The penny is worth 1 cent. We can write that two ways. We can write 1 with the cent symbol, or we can write it with a decimal point, a 0, and a 1. There will always be two numbers after your decimal point. Our next coin is the nickel. The nickel has Thomas Jefferson's profile on the front, and it has Jefferson's home named Monticello on the back. Again, if we look carefully, we see that the back has 5 cents written on the back of it. It's a good way for us to identify that coin from the back. It's the nickel, and its value is 5 cents. Let's take a look at how we would write that. 5 with the cent symbol, or decimal point 0, 5. Our next coin is the dime. The dime is the smallest in size. The dime has Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the front. On the back, we see a torch, we see an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch represents knowledge. The oak branch represents strength, and the olive branch represents peace. That's our dime. Let's write the value of the dime. The dime's value is 10 cents. 10 with the cent symbol, or decimal point 10. Our last coin is the largest in size, and it's the largest in value too. This is our quarter. We see George Washington's profile on the front, and we see the symbol of the eagle on the back, and we see the word $quarter. So we're looking at the quarter, and the quarter's value is 25 cents. So we could again write 25, and we could use our cent symbol, or we could write decimal point 25. Now let's take a look at counting a group of those coins. Now, if we're counting pennies, we're counting by ones. 1 cent, 2 cents, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cents. Let's write it with a decimal point, a 0, and a 7. So that was valued as 7 cents. These coins are nickels. Can you see where on the back it says 5 cents? We see Thomas Jefferson's profile on the front. We would count these by 5s. Let's practice our 5 count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Let's write 35 cents with our decimal point and our numbers. Here are our dimes, so we would count by tens because each is valued at 10 cents. Let's practice counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 cents. Decimal point 8, 0. Finally, our quarters. So we're going to count by 25s. The 25 count goes like this: 25, 50, 75, $1. And then that's going to repeat. $1.25, $1.50. Now, if I'm representing a dollar, then I'm going to use a dollar symbol, a 1 for the $1, decimal point 5, and a 0. Let's take a look at counting groups of coins now. Here I have a group of coins, and I want to count and total them. We would start with the quarter first. So I first look for my quarters and I start my 25 count. I see 1 quarter, so I'm at 25 cents. I don't see any other quarters, so now I'm going to go to my tens next. Now when I'm counting from 25 and adding a 10, the only number that changes is the one that's in the tens place. So we have 25. If I add a 10, I'm at 35. I'm going to look for any other dimes. I notice there is a dime. It says 1 dime on the back. I'm going to continue that 10 count. The tens place is changing. The ones number stays the same. So now I'm at 45 cents. Another dime here. I'm at 55 cents. Looking for other dimes. I don't see any other dimes. I'm going to add on these 2 nickels. I can tell this is a nickel. It's worth 5 cents. It says it on the back. So if I'm at 55 and I'm adding a nickel, I'm going to change my count to the 5 count. 55, 60. I see another nickel here, so I'm going to keep counting by 5s. 65. I'm done with my nickels and I'm going to my pennies, so I'm going to switch over to a 1 count. 65, 66. These coins equal decimal point 66 cents. Let's try counting one more group of coins. Again, we want to start with our quarters. Let's see. Scan and look at this group of coins. Do you recognize the quarters? I only see one again. It's this one. So I'm going to put 25. I'm going to my tens next, and I'm going to add on to this tens number, but not to the 5s. I'm at 25 and I add a dime, I'm at 35. Another dime is sitting down here. Now I'm at 45. We're looking for other dimes. I've got some here. These are the backs of some dimes. I'm going to keep that 10 count going. 55. Remember, just add on to the tens place. We're adding a 10 to 55. I'm at 65. I add another 10 to 65. I'm at 75. Carefully look for other dimes. No more dimes. Let's go to our nickels. Now we're going to count by 5s now. My last count was 75, 80. 85, 90. Now I'm left with pennies, so I'm going to switch over to a 1 count. I'm at 90, add this penny, and I'm at 91. Another penny, 92. Another penny, 93. So totaling out this group of coins, I got decimal point 93 cents. All right, so we counted and totaled groups of coins today.